Spring is here, but getting outdoors to enjoy the change in season can be challenging for those with disabilities. The Hospital for Special Care's Adaptive Sports Camp is changing that. Joining us now is John Slifka and Anna Marie Grise. Hi there. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
So first, tell us what the Adaptive Sports Camp is all about.
The Adaptive Sports Camp is a camp that was started by my mother 35 years ago. It's all about bringing kids with disabilities together to participate in sports, learn a variety of different activities, come together, feel normal, if you will, for a week, get friendships, relationships with counselors that have achieved a lot in sports and in life, and just get an overall good self-confidence from the experience.
Yeah, wonderful. Have a chance to be kids and feel like, you know, everyone's there for the same reasons.
Absolutely.
And whatnot. And there's two different tracks.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
correct. We have our regular adaptive athletic track, and so those are for children living with a disability, and they'll be able to experience an athletic sport. They'll get to try different sports, and then we do have our neurodiverse track, and that's for children living with autism spectrum disorder, and it gives them an opportunity to learn skills in a very creative and very flexible environment, but again, at the end of the day, bring them all together to unite in one goal of creating just an equitable, safe, and fun camp.
Yeah, and John, you mentioned your mother actually started this 35 years ago. Let's talk about the legacy.
Sure. So I was, the relationship with Yvonne started in the late 80s. I was a March of Dimes poster child and had the opportunity to be on a poster with him, and decided at that point that I wanted to learn how to play tennis. There were no activities out here for wheelchair tennis. So I was flown out, it's a much longer story, but I was flown out to California to participate in a wheelchair sports camp, largely focused on tennis out there. When we came back from that experience, my mother, both my parents realized there was no camps like this in the entire Eastern Seaboard. And given the amount of kids that we knew that could just benefit from such an experience, my mother set out to change that. And through the foundation's help and through Yvonne's help, she did a few fundraisers, and after a couple of years, the camp took off, and it's been 35 years and just a wonderful legacy for her.
Yeah, how does it feel to see it grow to what it is today?
It's been incredible that it's still going after 35 years. I think the thing that our family is one of the things that we are most proud of is my mother set out to make sure that this camp was free to the kids, and 35 years later it continues to be. And I think that's something that we are tremendously proud of, and the history of the people that are still involved after all of these years. We've created lifelong friendships. We've seen kids go from graduating to getting jobs to getting married, and just the success stories are the most touching thing about the entire thing.
Wonderful, really wonderful that families don't have to worry about that financial component. Very lastly, before we go, how can people get involved, support this?
So we have our annual Yvonne Lendl, the Hospital for Special Care Yvonne Lendl Golf Classic. It's taking place on Monday, May 5th. This annual classic provides funding for the camp and our annual adaptive sports program. So there's still opportunities to sponsor. We have some phenomenal participants. It's a great day of golf and giving. Just a special shout out to our platinum sponsors this year, Webster Bank, Castle Booze, and the Flood Law Firm. So we hope others will join them in helping us raise funds so that we can continue to provide adaptive sports and camp at no cost.
What a wonderful organization and a wonderful camp. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, and you can learn more at hfsc.org. Keep it right here. We'll be back after a short break.